and welcome to this kind of impromptu live. Because usually I like to plan a little bit ahead, especially when I'm doing readings. One sec. My tripod was a little bit loose, but we got it. Okay. So especially when we're doing seasons, right? I did Aries, of course, in the beginning of Aries season. Now we're doing Taurus in the beginning of Taurus season. And for Aries, I planned a few days ahead. I was like, hey, let me go live this Friday. But today I was like, oh shit, it's Taurus season. It started, so let's get going. And I feel like that's almost, the energy of the season is the bull. The bull kind of moves things forward with its force. Even if you didn't really plan ahead, it's almost like the bull in a China shop kind of thing, where it's not that it's discombobulated or chaotic, but it's really this energy of, oh, there's something that needs to be done. Let's do it. Let's do it right now instead of procrastinating. Aries can kind of bring a bit of that energy of, even though Aries starts the year, the zodiacal year, there can be a sense of procrastination, because I feel like Aries kind of wants to chill out. Well, Aries is fiery, right? But I feel like this Aries season was very much about like, I want to start the year off right, if there is such a thing. But it just felt like there's a bit of, not so much procrastination, but a sense of introspection. Let me kind of see if what I want to start is really what I want to start. And then Taurus season is coming in, kind of bringing that force of, all right, you have some time to think about it. Now, what are you going to do? And then we just do it. So, going straight into the tarot, we have Taurus. This is what Taurus looks like in the tarot. We have the Hierophant. Now, I'm using here the famous RWS with the Thoth tarot. The two kind of, I feel like, pillars of the tarot, right? Hello, I see some hearts. How you doing? So here we have Taurus, what Taurus looks like in the tarot. They're both the Hierophant, just different decks. Whatever you choose is really up to you. Will you be together? Girl, I don't know. Book a reading. So the Hierophant has to do with Taurus. Now, I feel like some people are a bit afraid of the Hierophant. Hey Murphy, how you doing, babes? How's it going? Thank you for joining. So some people are hesitant of the Hierophant because he looks like a priest, and a lot of us perhaps carry some religious trauma, Christian trauma, right? Things like that. And he looks like almost like this Catholic priest. Now, don't be afraid. I'm here to guide you. We're gonna get through this together. Now, the archetype of the priest, right? What does he kind of feel like? He follows the rules. He follows the book, right? Whatever the book is. And I don't mean the Bible. Hey, Tara, how's it going? Welcome. Thank you for joining. That's awesome. Right, so I'm not talking the book as the good book, like the Bible. I'm kind of talking about our set of rules, right? Even if you're a bit of a rebel, you follow your own kind of rules. You follow whatever it is that you want, right? You go with the wind kind of thing. Or some people are more rule followers and they follow society, things like that. So Taurus, or the Hierophant, I should say, has that energy of comfort, right? Comfort in following the rules by your own creation, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is the Empress, all about the mother, creation, things like that. So then we're having this bit of push and pull of the bull, the Taurus, this masculine energy that kind of wants to follow the rules, paired with Venus, bit more of a free-loving kind of energy. So here, what comes through is Taurus is a big energy of pleasure. Taurus is an energy of, I want to surround myself with things that make me comfortable, that make me feel empowered, loved, things that I love. I want to surround myself with beauty. very in line with the Venus energy, right? The Empress here in the tarot. So that's what the Hierophant really is I got to know myself and I implement and I set my own rules when it comes to pleasure, when it comes to living my life the way I want to. I don't want to follow someone else's rules. I don't want to, whatever it is that looks like for you, you know, that's your own rules. But you have created, with your pleasure center, with Venus, you have created your own set of rules, your own environment. So that's kind of the two energies of Venus ruling Taurus in this season. Okay, let's pull some cards. And if you're not sure what that looks like to you, the sun is in Taurus. That's really what, when we say we're in Aries season, Taurus season, Gemini season, is because the position of the sun. And here's the sun in the tarot. And the sun is all about clarity, is all about bringing that big light and bringing, imagine if a room in your mind is dark. The sun is like, let's shine some light on it and see what it is that brings us pleasure and what it is that doesn't, right? In every season, in every tarot card, in everything in life, there is two sides to the same coin. So as much as we are trying to bring pleasure, beauty, love, comfort, and luxury too in our own lives this season, we're also letting go of things that don't fall in that category, right? Okay. I'm gonna pull some oracle first from the Urban Crow Oracle. And then let's see what the message is for Taurus season. Hope you guys are doing okay. Today is also Earth Day. Ooh. So it's interesting, right? We have Earth Day, of course we do. The mother. Empress here is the great divine mother, right? She represents Venus, she represents Mother Nature, the supernal mother as well. Oh, really? Tara is saying letting go doesn't even begin to cover what's been happening. Ooh, okay, so a lot of release going on, right? A lot of release. So embody that energy of the bull, you know, and bull is just strength. They charge forward. They charge forward in the sense of either saying yes or saying no with that kind of level of security and trusting their own intuition, their own decision making. Hey baby, it's been a while. It has been a while, girl. You look great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've cut and uprooted so many cords. Ooh, okay. Love it. All right. I like the power that you guys are bringing in. It's good. What you got for me? Ooh, influence. Okay. Let's get one more. What goes with influence? Mischief. Okay, fun. Oh, on the bottom we have fear. Interesting. On the bottom we have fear. Influence. Of course, I think immediately we go to social media when you hear, nowadays, when we hear the word influence. Because we have influencers and we're constantly being influenced by everything we see on social media, right? I think even unconsciously we fall into comparison. I have fallen into this very easily where it's like I'm pulling cards for myself, I'm feeling my energy, I'm kind of like, oh, I feel like I want to go in this direction. And then I'm just scrolling through TikTok or Instagram, and then you see other readers or people just kind of talking about their own growth, and they say, oh, I've decided to go this way, right? Instead of, for example, we talked about letting go, and Tara talked about like letting go. She's been doing that a lot. Let's say someone on social media is saying, don't let go, like embrace with love and like keep a distance, but still embrace it. And you're like, should I? Am I doing the wrong thing? I think, of course, some of us more than others, but I saw myself falling into that category of being like, are they right and am I wrong? So there seems to be some influence here, and we should be influenced by ourselves. We should be influenced by our own higher self. If something else brings in, it's almost like the mischief energy. If a mischievous energy, if something comes in, if somebody comes in, even myself included, I want you guys to question me and take it with a grain of salt when you're evaluating the self. By like, you can take in my message, but then be like, does that resonate? Does it not? And let go when it doesn't, right? Taurus AM, kicking butt on TikTok, congratulations. And building up that platform while growing my others, just in case it has to go away. Ooh, that's the thing. We can't be too, right? Going back to influence a bit, like, we can't be too rooted in one platform, especially nowadays. Like, TikTok is a bit on the fence. It might get banned, which is so stupid. So you never know. And also, like, even if years ago, Facebook was the king, then it became Instagram is the king. Now TikTok's a bit the king, but might lose its throne. We're not sure. So we need to kind of be adaptable, right? But the influence thing is really asking, who are we listening to? It goes back to the book. It goes back to who this priest is, right? Which priest are we listening to? Is it the priest within? I do love the Thoth image, because we have a star in the middle here of the priest with a child in the center. It's actually it's supposed to represent the Christ child or the Buddha child. I'm in my head, because I used to go to church, and I remember just them all repeating, it's like, take Christ into your heart, right? Take Christ into your heart. But it's not about turning Christian. It's really about this illuminated self, right? Christ was not his last name. His name was not Jesus Christ. Very much like Buddha was not his name. His name was, oh, I had it, Siddhartha Gautama? Gautama Siddhartha, something like that was the name of the Buddha, because Buddha means the enlightened one. Christ also means the enlightened one, the risen one. So it's really this frequency that we embody, our higher selves. Our higher selves are almost like the risen self. And that risen self lives within the heart space, our heart space, the soul. So it's the Buddha within, the Christ within, this risen self within. It's not about turning religion or anything like that. As a matter of fact, let go of the word altogether. But we're getting influence. Actually, even the colors are a little bit similar, aren't they? So what are you being influenced by? And is that influence bringing confusion or empowerment? That is where that sun comes in. That's where the illumination comes in, and that understanding. Going back to the Venus energy, Venus is about creation. Venus is that mother energy. So with influence and finding and listening to the higher self, the inner self in the heart, what are we creating? Are we creating confusion, mischievous energy, noise, chaos a little bit? Or are we actually bringing in some empowerment of the self, right? I think that's good. Wait, is this in order? Yes, okay, I'm not gonna use this one. I just pulled the deck that I put in order like a little while ago, because I was gonna teach, and I took this one to teach, because I like, when I go to teach, I like to have them in order. So I'm not gonna mess that one. Okay, I'll use this one. This one's out of order, which means I used it recently. Okay, now let's pull some tarot cards. You know, I didn't talk about fear, and I'm just looking at it right now. The fear card on the bottom of the deck, right? We can be afraid of mischief because we think it's chaotic, but really there's a sense of fun and pleasure in mischievous energy. But also with the fear is, oh my God, I just had it in my mind and then it went away. Oh, that's why we tend to listen to other people when it comes to influence. Because we can be fearful of our own intuition. We can be fearful of, am I going in the right direction or am I making it up? I think we also have this huge fear of making a mistake, of making a decision that maybe takes a year, 5 years to come to fruition. And then we've walked these 5 years and we've put effort in. And then 5 years later, it doesn't bring anything. And then we go, fuck, now I don't trust myself to make a decision. Meanwhile, we kind of forget that the whole journey, everything we've learned, everything we've grown into, even if the thing we wanted didn't actually come, because then we're focusing on this one little thing. Does that make sense? Hope it does. Taurus saying, I'm learning to react with neutrality instead of emotions. That's powerful. I found a major difference in just the past 24 hours since trying that method. I like that. I had a similar thing happen to me yesterday. If I may go on a tangent of a little story, as you guys know, I like to talk. But there was somebody that they've been talking about a project for a while. And they want to include many different teachers in this project, including a tarot teacher. And they've released this project with a date and everything, but not a list of teachers, just, or at least not publicly, but they listed the curriculum and the dates. And I kind of looked at the post sideways, and it brought anger within me, because I was like, I thought you were going to talk to me about it. I thought you wanted me to teach tarot, as you've given me so many compliments over the years. And I got really angry, and I let myself feel the emotions. Anger is a very natural thing to feel. And I was like, I'm going to just feel it and let myself embody that emotion. But I did not use it to react. Well, I did, but let me explain. So I felt my anger and I felt my rage, and I was like, okay, I welcome you, anger. How do we deal with this situation? And the question is, how do we use anger, right? How do we use emotions, as Tara is saying, in a neutral way? So anger is a great fire, is a great fuel to move something forward. We're talking about the bull energy here with Taurus. How does the bull move forward, right? How does the bull charge? But the thing is, it's not about a bull in a china shop destroying everything. It's a bull coming in and showing its presence in a constructive way. Like, for example, bulls, it's a great motivator, exactly. Like, bulls are used in farming, right? Or it used to be. They would pull, I never know what it's called, but it's this like structure where it would kind of like rake the earth, to get prepared for the harvest, for get the earth prepared for planting. So are we choosing to use our bull-like energy in a sense of destruction? Plow, thank you. To plow the earth. Thank you so much. So are we using our bull energy, our bull emotions, our big emotions, in the sense of destroying this china shop? Or are we using this bull-like energy and emotions to plow the earth for something new to create? So what I did was I took a deep breath and I was like, yes, I'm angry, but I'm going to use this anger to say something and ask. Because what I wanted to know is why, or like what the thought process was of this person. And then if they gave me a bullshit answer, then they will get the bull in the china shop. Then we're going to fight. But if they gave me an actual constructive response, I could go, oh, now I understand. All is good. So learning to use the bull in the right constructive way, right? In the neutral way, as Tara put it. And it worked. Like, I asked, I was like, hey, what's going on? First of all, I gave him congratulations for the project. It's been going on for a while. And I was like, hey, so just curious, how are we with the teachers, things like that, da-da-da. And then we worked it out. We talked it out, we worked it out. No harsh words needed to be said or anything like that, but it was just constructive. So I wanted to bring that through because it felt very much like this Taurus energy, I keep saying it over and over again, but it's this, which bull do we want to use? The bull, the farmer for constructive, for growth of the earth, or destructive, right? Okay. So let's pull some tarot cards. One more shuffle. Also, watch out for, I think, Friday. I don't want to promise anything, but I'm having some ideas for some videos that I want to make. Talking about different types of tarot decks. So yeah, it might be out Friday. Okay, I got one card. Let's get two more. Two more. Ooh, two reversals right now. Oh, and one upright. Oh, with a bunch falling. Five of Wands reversed on the bottom of the deck. That's the fight. Five of Wands upright is a strife. Is a card of fighting and a card of challenges. But with it upright is rising up to the challenge, but in a bit of a neutral way. It's like, I'm gonna wait until I feel the need to release my emotions. This is what I talked about with this example I gave. I felt myself be angry. I allowed myself to be angry in my own room, in my own little space. And I was like, okay, let me talk to this person as if nothing is wrong, because nothing is really wrong, because I don't know their thought process, right? They don't know how they're coming across to me. So I don't want to just, cut someone with a sword when there could be conversation. So then you allow that neutrality to happen. You kind of flip this card up, upside down as it is now. And then if they give you some bullshit, you kind of like turn upright and you go, okay, now we're gonna talk. Now we're gonna have some firm words to say. All right, Tara. A friend of mine is making a tarot deck with pics of me. Ooh. One will be PG and one will be R-rated. I don't know why, but my mind, when you said R-rated, went to very like burlesque like pictures. Sexy, teasing. But I would love to, that's awesome. I'm actually curious. I would love to learn more about it. That's really cool. Is there a title for the deck already? Can we look it up? Can we see it? No? Okay, let us know. Okay, so we got the Four of Wands and the Magician in reverse. Four of Wands is stability. Yeah, that's the PG. Oh, the PG deck is going to be burlesque energy. Ooh, I love burlesque. That's awesome. Okay, not yet. Keep us posted. I love it. So Four of Wands is about stability, right? Sometimes this is called the marriage card, but it's not really about that at all. So Four of Wands, there is a sense of pleasure, there is a sense of celebration, there is a sense of stability going on, but it is in reverse. So I feel like that's the pursuit we're in when it comes to Taurus season. The Magician card, Mercury is retrograde until the 25th, which we have 4 more days, right? 4 more days of it retrograde. Today's the 21st. So Magician is Mercury, so that's why I brought that through. So it is in reverse, so communication, Mercury retrograde, it's still doing its thing. But the Magician is really the power to create things. The Magician is the alchemist, the wizard, the creator energy. It's Hermes, Thoth, Odin, Metatron, Ishu, all these kinds of mercurial energies coming through. And they tend to overthink, but they also tend to analyze and organize things that can feel a bit chaotic. We got the card of mischief a little bit earlier today. So with it in reverse, there is a mischievous energy going on. There is a bit of a trickster energy when it comes to the Magician. 3 more days. It's 20. Today's the 22nd? Oh, whoops. I had it 21st. All right. So the Magician is a mischievous energy, a bit of a trickster energy, but it's not a trickster energy to trick you just for a prank, just for pleasure, just as as a kid, you're like ding dong ditch, you kind of like ring the bell and run away. Or you do prank calls, things like that, just for for shits and giggles, for the pleasure of it. The divine has better things to do with its time than to just play pranks on us. all these pranks and all these trickster energies that come through are really to teach us to be adaptable, to be a bit looser, right? So yeah, so then we have the strength card. Don't make it last any longer. My phone signal has been insane. Oh, has it really? So then we have the strength card coming through. Kind of pretty self-explanatory, right? Strength is patience. Having the strength to be patient, the strength to be. I feel like Tyra brought the word neutrality, and I feel like it's really strong in this because strength, when we're dealing with the bull of Taurus energy, again, I keep saying this metaphor, but I feel like it rings true over and over. It's We can choose to use brute strength like the bull, or we can use the patient and neutral strength of the bull to like plow the earth or to destroy it and like stampede over it. Does that make sense? It's still the energy of the bull within us, but it's how we choose to use it. Here we have a lion, and the lion can definitely kill, right? But it can also just have that lion energy of being the king. And it just kind of knows, and there is a sense of self-confidence that comes with the strength card. Yeah. There's a lot of, here's a Hierophant, which is the Taurus energy. See, we have how he's sitting on like the throne of the bull. Here's the bull right there. And we talked about the illuminated child within the heart space. That's the higher self. And I feel like a lot of us, over the seasons, we have gotten to know our higher selves better and better. And now the bull, the Taurus energy, Taurus is earth. It's very grounded. So it's asking us to be grounded, almost like a bull, to be heavy, because the heaviness takes up presence. There's an energy of presence, a strength of presence, and it's bringing the higher self present in every interaction, whether it be, got the Five of Wands here in reverse, whether it be present in patience, in understanding, in listening, or present in, we got some things to say and we're gonna settle some things here. You know what I mean? None of it is brute force. None of it is fighting energy for fighting's sake. All of it is growth energy. Okay. Wow. We covered a lot. Okay. We did cover a lot. So I hope all of this made sense to you guys. We'll leave it there, right? But it's just, yeah, I love that energy too, of embodying the higher self. Purposeful. I love that word. Yes. It feels purposeful. Like that we're putting the higher self first. We're almost like letting the energies come, right? Anger, hatred, all these energies, they're not negative. At least I don't see them as negative, not anymore anyway. They're just human and they're natural to feel. What I think we should, at least my perspective is, we don't act on them. We let ourselves feel, we let ourselves go, okay, I'm feeling angry right now. Why? Because anger is telling me that a boundary has been crossed. I'm feeling disrespected right now. I'm feeling this way. How can I tell this person that has no idea that I feel this way in an adult manner, in a higher self manner, that, hey, I'm feeling a little bit disrespected right now. What was your thought process on doing this? And then we come to an understanding, right? Yes, it is. It is. I got a big forehead and a lot to think about. I get to store all my thoughts in here. So thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope that helps in some way. And I'll see you guys for what's coming next, Gemini season. All right, keep in touch and keep on the lookout for like new videos that are coming up down the pipeline. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.